If we're being intellectually honest, there's really no good reason why Bobby Kennedy, RFK Jr., should be HHS Secretary.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Opinions Vary. That's Opinions with an A. We're about to see Scott Jennings spank Geoff Duncan, anti-Trump Geoff Duncan, on CNN on another Abby Phillips Roundtable, where Scott Jennings is a rising conservative star. I'll get into it. I'll talk about Geoff Duncan, but let's not wait any longer. This is too good to wait. Let's go.
If we're being intellectually honest, there's really no good reason why Bobby Kennedy, RFK Jr., should be HHS Secretary. An advisor, a confidant, somebody who talks to the president and advises, but there's no managerial experience in his resume. There's nothing that says he is qualified to do this job that is in charge of the health of all of us, all these different lanes. If he has views and has insights around food sources, around vaccines, then those should be given in advisory roles.
Why?
Because...
Well, what were the qualifications of the previous ones?
Well, I think it's important to always remember that you put yourself... Say that again?
What were the management qualifications? I mean, Xavier Becerra...
I'm not talking about the previous. I'm looking forward.
But you're calling into question whether he could actually do this job, and I think it's
absolutely. I think America is now, and I think
it's important to discuss it, because Xavier Becerra was just a lawyer and a politician with no management experience.
So does two wrongs make a right?
Does two wrongs make a right? What are you, in fourth grade? You just got your ass handed to you because somebody spoke back and asked you an actual question about the nonsense that you were spewing on national television. Finally, this clown, Geoff Duncan, is anti-Trump, never-Trump, former lieutenant governor of Georgia, and I think he hates Trump because, and all these never-Trumpers, I want you all to understand something. They all hate Trump because of what Trump did to Jeb Bush. Trump embarrassed. I mean, you want to talk, this is a spanking? I don't even know what to call what Trump did to Jeb Bush in the 2016, 2015, 2016 debates leading up to the election in 2016. He humiliated Jeb Bush. And Jeb Bush, it was supposed to be Jeb Bush's turn. Geoff Duncan is a Jeb Bush, a Bush Republican, which means a uniparty person. That's what it means. Now that we know that that's what these people are. They never really cared who got the head seat, who the president was. They just wanted to be part of the club. And we weren't. So Geoff Duncan is used to just saying this. Oh, he just doesn't have the qualifications. I mean, the man's like, first of all, he's a figurehead at the top of HHS. He's a figurehead, but he doesn't know how to run a government agency. The man's last name is Kennedy. Kennedy. That's his last name. He doesn't know how to step into a government role. If he was still a traditional, or not a traditional Democrat, because that's pretty much what he is. If he was a far left progressive Democrat like you are now, Geoff Duncan, okay, you would also, Kennedy, that qualifies him. His name's Kennedy. Qualifies him to take any job. Of course, it's Kennedy. Okay, so that's what we're dealing with here. And Scott Jennings just asked a simple question that any one of us would have said, wait a minute, whoa. You just said he doesn't have the qualifications. What are the qualifications? What does he need to be qualified? What are the standards? I said this in my video, I think yesterday, 2 days ago, with MSNBC going off. And I'm sorry I'm rambling for so long, guys. But when MSNBC was going off about Marco Rubio and everybody else saying, they don't have the experience, or Pete Hegseth, and they're saying the experience and the quality. I go, wait a minute. What are the there's no job prerequisite standards for any of these cabinet positions. They serve at the president's pleasure. Donald Trump won an election. Donald Trump gets to appoint who he wants and nominate who he wants to these positions. End of story. End of story. Elections have consequences, right, Barack Hussein Obama? I believe that's you who said that, right? I'm gonna rewind it back, guys, so we can watch it again, because I know I rambled for a while there, but let's go back.
To be honest, there's really no good reason why Bobby Kennedy, RFK Jr., should be HHS Secretary. An advisor, a confidant, somebody who talks to the president and advises, but there's no managerial experience in his resume. There's nothing that says he is qualified to do this job that is in charge of the health of all of us, all these different lanes. If he has views and has insights around food sources, around vaccines, then those should be given in advisory roles.
Why?
Well, because
Well, what were the qualifications of the previous ones?
well, I think it's important to always
Management
remember that
qualifications.
you put yourself. Say that again.
What were the management qualifications? I mean, Xavier Becerra.
I'm not talking about the
Was it-
previous. I'm
was
talking
it-
about. I'm looking forward.
No, but you're calling into question whether he could actually do this job, and I think it's
Absolutely.
and
I think
and
America is now, and I think
it's
a ton
important to discuss it because Xavier Becerra was just a lawyer and a politician with no management
So
experience.
does two negatives, two wrongs make a right?
Sylvia Burwell was a Walmart lobbyist. Donna Shalala was a university person. Look,
RFK Jr. is a nut.
the fact. Okay, so that's
There it is. There it is. The mask came off because he knew he was done. He was cooked. That's it. Oh, he's just a nut. He's a nut. That's what oh, so you just think he's a nut. Everything you were saying before, oh, he should be a confidant, friend, somebody who gives advice. Why would you want a nut giving the president advice? Because you're a liar, because you're full of crap. That's why, Geoff Duncan. You belong on CNN. It's the only place that will have you, you clown.
Than what you just said. You just
he's a
said
nut.
he doesn't possess the requisite managerial experience, but then we get to the real issue here, which is you want to insult the man, which is your right to do because you opposed him in the election. But
didn't
you,
oppose RFK
doctor,
Jr.
are raising the issues that he has been raising, and I think they're appropriate questions to raise. I don't know whether he can be confirmed or not. The vaccine stuff at the table is obviously going to be the flashpoint of this hearing.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's in love. What do you guys think?
But I'll tell you one thing. This whole issue of the CDC and these public health agencies, look, public trust in the health regime in this country is as low as it's ever been.
But why,
It's
Scott?
because of COVID.
Right.
Because of school closures. Because of mask
Wait,
mandates.
hold on.
Because
I'm
this country was because
Abby Phillips, shut up. Let these guys talk. You actually have a moment on this show right now, which is must-watch television. Shut up.
Let me just finish. Because this country was drugged through a bunch of condescending and heavy-handed mandates that all turned out to be garbage, and that's why it's
Bingo.
low, and the
Scott.
questions are valid.
Scott.
And RFK
but-
is the answer to all.
Scott, guys, stop it. Stop it. I didn't even know this idiot's name. Scott, really, you're making too much sense. We can't have this.
Yeah,
I
but
don't- I'm
dude,
not- I don't know if he's gonna be
RFK helped
confirmed or
promote
not.
the assault on the CDC that lowered the disinformation that
No,
led
the
to more
CDC
than,
led
more
to
than
its
a
own
million
demise.
deaths, Scott. More than a million deaths in the United States, higher than any other industrialized nation per capita. That's the result of failed policies, the demonization of the conspiracy theories.
Whose
led
policies?
people-
Right. Whose policies? They were Joe Biden and the Democrats' policies. Trump wasn't there long enough. It was the Democrats who locked everybody down. It was the Democrats pushing mask mandates. It was the Democrats locking down schools, having children not in school. That's caused so many problems for these children now. It was their policies. Their policies. We should have had natural immunity way before we did. Way before. We didn't because they locked us down. Not the Republican, not Donald Trump. And I always say, Donald Trump, if he wanted to be a dictator, could have during COVID when he was there. He wasn't. It was the Democrat governors, the Democrat mayors with the mandates. This mandate, all of it. All of it. No, Fauci changing his mind 50 different times. Don't worry, you can't transmit, you can't get if you get this. Remember? No, you don't need a mask. Then, you have to wear a mask. Nonsense. It was all nonsense. All of it. I've never seen a 2.5 or whatever minute clip, a short clip like that, with so much great information to unpack. And Scott Jennings absolutely destroyed all of them. And Abby Phillips, shut up. You are not a debater. You are there to ask a question and let your guests talk about it. And you actually had a great moment where you had two guests going back and forth about a very important topic. Shut your mouth. Stay out of it. Stop trying to be an activist and be a journalist for 5 minutes. I'll calm down now. Tell me what you guys think. Scott Jennings, listen, I don't know. I didn't know about Scott Jennings. I don't know where he came from, where if he was ever like this staunch conservative. I mean, he's making Mark Levin blush. I'm just glad he is the way he is now. And if CNN was smart, they would give that man a primetime show. You want to save your network? Give that man a primetime show that he hosts. I'd watch. That's how you save your network. You give voices like that a seat at a big table. Tell me what you guys think in the comments. I thought this was a fantastic video. The best 2-something minutes I've watched in a long time. You can tell I'm excited. Sorry if I'm a little too excited. Anyway, please like, share, and subscribe. Continue to follow me at Opinions Vary.